Oh yeah, I know me personally, James Cotton here speaking with you guys. I take it personal, when people question my lineage to the Buckeyes. I take full pride in being a Buckeye because, when I put on the scarlet and gray as a football player, that's one thing, but being able to walk across the stage and receive my diploma, that makes me an alumni for life. Can't nobody take that away from me. And it actually took me 12 years to complete my education for the Ohio State University. I went through the degree completion program. So I started at Ohio State in 1998, and I didn't graduate until 2007. Now, in the meantime, I was playing professional football. I was drafted by the Chicago Bears, played for the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons for a total of 8 seasons. And then I also played up in the Canadian Football League, where I won the Grey Cup. In 2001, I played for the Calgary Stampeders, led the league in sacks, got a big diamond ring for it. I like to call it the Canadian Super Bowl, but some Canadians will get offended if you tell them that. But, it's just a lot of fun. And, I take great pride in being a Buckeye because I went all the way to Canada. And you know what? There's an alumni club in Calgary, Alberta. Then I went and played in the Hamilton, Ontario, played for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. There's an alumni club in Hamilton, Ontario. So we got Buckeye fans everywhere. And the cool thing about that is our tradition here, all you have to do is say OH, and then you'll have somebody say IO no matter where you go. You could go to Egypt, you could go to China, and that to me is what it means to be a Buckeye. That's Buckeye pride. And our fans exemplify that. I don't know how our fans are to other fans. I've heard some stories, but I'll let you guys be the judge on, what Buckeye fans are unruly, but we have some super fans, and it's great to see those individuals, represent the Buckeyes. And most of them never graduated from Ohio State, but just their allegiance and the impact that, our sports make, the connection to the community. And for me, doing my business of Buck Icon, helping OSU athletes transition into life after sports, that's an opportunity for myself to impact former players. And then guess what? Those former players are going to go and impact another group of people. Then those group of people, you guys get the drift. I believe we call that paying it forward. And the legendary Woody Hayes made the foundation extremely solid and rock hard. And that's what fuels Buckeye Nation, is the ability to pay it forward. As you guys can see, our alumni and association generate millions and millions of dollars, put it back into the university, put it back into the community. And me as a former player, I try and basically invest, my time and resources into people, because you win with people. That's a huge quote that I watch or looked at every day going in and out of the Woody Hayes practice facility. You win with people. That's a big quote. And then there's a big statue of Woody, and that's what's on his statue. And so for me to be an alumnus and being able to share my word and share my expertise with transitioning, I was blessed to play 8 years of professional football. After football, I had to transition into life in the community. And so the community welcomed me with open arms. I was able to establish Buck Icon. And if you guys are big acronym fans out there, Buck Icon stands for being, understanding, courteous, kind, initiating community outreach nonstop. So if you guys are following along, that's how you spell Buck Icon, BUCKICON. And how we got started, it was actually going to be a magazine. I wanted to do a magazine, so kind of like 11 Warriors of today. Like back then, I was like way ahead of my time, and I wanted to do a magazine. I wanted to interview former players, and that never really came to fruition. And so I was able to create an environment to something similar like a locker room. So when I go out and do community events, I'm able to bring former players from different eras, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and then 2010s to the current day. And I'm able to relate to those guys because we all have the one thing in common, playing for the Ohio State. But most importantly, we all are about giving back to the community. And that what brings it all full circle is being able to help players, and then those players help other people. And so in starting that, it's an opportunity for me to have fun with the guys again. That's kind of like my therapy and how I've been able to transition into life after sports. Because a lot of people say, well, what are you doing now? What are you involved in? And I say, what am I not involved in? People see me at festivals. Feast of the Flowery Moon is our next festival coming up. Then we got the Newark Strawberry Festival. Then we have the Banana Split Festival in Wilmington, Ohio. We have summer camps coming up. So we are continuously going on and on with our camps. We're going on and on helping other organizations raise money. And for me, it's an opportunity for players to come out, meet and greet fans that haven't had an opportunity to meet guys up close and personal. And this is some people's first experience with meeting an OSU champion. And a few years ago, I was able to work with Maurice Claret. We all know his situation, and he was out doing a festival, and a lady came up to him with tears in her eyes saying, one of her most memorable plays was him stripping the ball from Sean Taylor, God rest his soul, stripping the ball from him and getting that ball back for the Buckeyes. And it's like, anybody knows Maurice, the real Maurice Claret, everybody knows his grind, his hustle, and what he's doing now is tremendous. But he's the epitome of what a Buckeye is about, man. You face some adversity in life, you bounce back, you get some redemption, and he persevered, and he's a living, walking testimonial on, like, when things don't go your way, you can't give up. I'm a firm believer in, you can't fail if you don't quit. But too many of us give up too soon. And what I do is just try and provide my resources and be a resource for guys to make an impact on other people. I like to consider myself a transition educator. We have our Transition Tuesday segment, so if you guys want to catch up on the podcast, that'll be coming at you real soon. We have our YouTube channel. Just look up Buck-Icon, BUCK-Icon, ICON, and click subscribe. You'll be able to see a lot of this footage. We really could appreciate the support, and that's the thing. When you're in a position like mine, I try and use my platform to help other people. That's the theme of Buck-Icon. The more people you help, the more you help yourself. I'm a firm believer in that. I've had the opportunity to go out and speak on many different occasions. I will never be inducted in the Hall of Fame up in Canton, Ohio, but I can tell you I spoke there to a lot of community groups. And so me being tied to the NFL and being able to go there and use my lifetime NFL membership to get in free and participate with them and partner with them, that was a huge blessing for me. I'm on the Speakers Bureau for the Ohio State Alumni Association, so I get to go around and talk about what it means to be a Buckeye. We do groups down in Charlotte, North Carolina, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia. So we're actually looking forward to getting back down in those areas because those Buckeye fans, they're all alumni and they are Buckeye crazy. And it's so much fun. The tailgating party, as you guys know, with real, true Buckeye fans. So for me, it's a great opportunity to give back. I like to first and foremost thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to share my story. You get up close and personal. A lot of you may have seen me at festivals. You may see me at a home and garden show. You may have seen me set up at the mall, seen me set up numerous places, but here's where it all starts. We get it going, we get scheduled, we get out in the community, and we've raised millions of dollars for different organizations to continue to make an impact here in the community, not just in Ohio, but throughout the country as well.